And welcome back to the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. It is an absolute pleasure to talk about our next topic, and we've had an opportunity to do so, I guess, off and on over the last few years, but all abilities football. We talk about how football, soccer is such an inclusive sport, and I don't think we go on enough about it. Everyone can play it, young, old, male, female, skillful, unskillful, social, professional, and also it's one of those sports where really one of the few sports people of all abilities can play it, regardless of what your limitation is, whether it's physical, whether it's anything else. It's just a sport that anyone can play at whatever level. And so my next guest talks about a new program that's being set up by one of the clubs in Geelong, on the south side of the Barwon River, and the club that's always very close to my heart, I always say. FC Leopold, one of the youngest clubs, and Josh Murray from FC Leopold joins us on the Geelong Region Soccer Show. Josh, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good, Tonchi. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. FC Leopold, before we talk about the club, and it's constantly growing, and it just seems to be a club with such a great culture. Speaking of a great culture, one of the programs that your club is offering is an All Abilities program. Mate, well done, and tell us a little bit more about it, and when's it starting?
So the program's actually starting next Saturday morning. We're running for 3 weeks, then taking a week break over the Easter break, and then back for the first week of April. Look, it's a project that's like very near and dear to a lot of people at the club's heart. A lot of the committee, we work in the disability space, so to get the opportunity to do this has just been, it's brilliant.
Yeah, well, there's some information there from some of the program, and that's a lot of the stuff there is from the Football Geelong website. An inclusive football program designed for people with disability, delivered in partnership with local clubs. And as you said, working in a lot of people that do work in disability, it adds even more, I guess, reward to it. We'll mention that. But there has been, thankfully, a lot of over the last few years, maybe the last 10 years. On and off, there's been some programs here and there, and it's great to see FC Leopold also jumping on board, and North Geelong there doing all abilities. Now, I just quickly noticed that North Geelong open all ages, FC Leopold age 6 to 18. So you're focusing on the kids, on the juniors, so to speak.
Yeah, focusing on the juniors. In the field I work in, the last few years I've spoken with a lot of families with children. And like, these are the opportunities that they want. Like, they want to be able to try football, give it a go. And since COVID, there hasn't been a great deal of activities they've been able to do in the football space. Yep. It was the end of last year, and said they were looking to get some clinics up and running. We were very, very keen.
Yeah. Now, if anyone wants to find a little bit more information, they can go on the FC Leopold Facebook page. There's a short interview there, and one of the questions you ask is, why was it important for FC Leopold to partner with Football Geelong to bring this? Really interesting question, really interesting answer. But basically, for those that haven't had a chance to read that interview, what were some of the reasons that you wanted to deliver it?
Look, football is a game for everyone. Like, we all love it. We absolutely love it. And there's a lot of kids that just haven't had the chance to give it a go. And last year I did some coaching for another All Abilities clinic, and over that sort of 4 to 6 week block, to see the reaction from the kids that have been wanting to give football a go, and just the way their self-confidence grew and the enjoyment they were getting out of it, and like even their parents on the sidelines, it was just such a good opportunity. And like, football is a game for everyone. Like, honestly, everyone should have the chance.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you there. What can people expect? What can parents, what can the participants themselves, what can they expect from the FC Leopold program?
It's a very sort of fun, family-friendly, focused space. So I myself will be taking a lot of the coaching. I'll have another coach with me as well, just setting up, doing drills and fun activities, having some shots. It's just going to be really set up and really focused on everyone's individual needs.
Yeah, so fun is the central theme there. That's for sure.
Fun is
Now,
the key.
yeah, all the programs will be at your home ground at FC Leopold there at Estuary Reserve, and what a fantastic facility that is. That's really come along in leaps and bounds over the years.
Yeah, we've been very lucky the last few years. Now we've got the big club rooms all set up. We've got the social space, the canteen. It's a long way from the days when we were basically coming out of a shipping container to play a game.
Yeah, and I guess that also adds to the experience, the occasion. Whether it's afterwards or whether it's even during, the parents and the participants can certainly mingle there and just enjoy the experience. The canteen will probably be open, the club rooms as well. So it just adds to that occasion and that sense of belonging that these participants will feel to the club.
Absolutely, and that's one of my big goals, is to sort of create that sense that you're part of our FC Leopold family, you're part of our community. And in the future, I'd love to set, one of my goals is to set something up that's a bit more permanent. We can have run throughout the season alongside our other teams and really have those individuals feel like, yeah, they're part of our family.
Well, talking to some Football Geelong officials during the week, they said that's the hope of eventually one day actually having almost like a home and away season for some of those participants that want to take that kind of to a competitive level, and how good that would be. But getting back to this one, this program is completely free to register, and you said it's over 3 Saturdays, is that right? Then there's a bit of a break, and then there's going to be some in April as well. Let's go through the details. How can
so we're running the next 3 Saturdays.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, you cut out there.
Lost Josh. Yeah. Down below, we've got the link there. So the link to the Jot form, if you just go to that, you can register for the All Abilities football program. And basically, what times? What are the session times? What are we looking at session times wise?
So we're looking between 9 and 10 a.m. So we'll do those 1 hour blocks. Yeah. And we'll do that first 3 Saturdays in March, the week break for Easter, and then 1 week in April.
Yeah, and all the sessions are on a Saturday morning. Is that right?
Yeah.
What happens if you have you got a limit or have you got a capacity? And then you might look at having to either unfortunately turn people away or have a second session.
Look, given the interest, we're just going to sort of see how many we can take.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to, however many there are, we'll try and organise enough support to make sure there's enough volunteers helping out.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. All right, let's turn our attention now to FC Leopold. I said it's a club that's quite close to my heart, having been involved in it many, many years ago when I was at Football Victoria. But it's great to see the club coming along leaps and bounds. And look, just following from afar, it really wants to take the next step, particularly at senior level, both at senior men's and senior women's. But it is a growing club. What's the situation like there? Is it a pretty busy time of year this year at the moment, trying to cram all the registrations in and what you're not?
Oh, yeah, this time of year, it's getting registrations done, team selections, everything like that. It's the craziest time of the year. By the time the season starts, we're very happy that it's all in the back window. But basically for us, the only limitation we've got at the moment is just our space. Like we're capped at all the age groups where we can be, because we're just off that one pitch. So it's just a bit of a game of Tetris, trying to figure out where we can fit everyone on a weekend.
Now, I hear that from a lot of people, from a lot of clubs, and Estuary Reserve, fantastic facility. We've got that one soccer-specific ground, but next to it is the footy oval, which you were telling me off air you can use it as overflow. But problem is it doesn't have lights, and it's also subject to council bookings as well. How much of a problem is that at the moment? You kind of mentioned one of the fallouts is that you're capped in pretty much all of your age groups. Yeah.
Yeah, look, we've got wait lists for every age group. Like if we had this space, we'd have the ability to stand up a few, be able to get.
Well, we seem to be getting some bad connection there, Josh. You there?
But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. We're just having a little bit of bad technical error. Yeah. It just seems to be bad reception on your end for whatever reason. Unfortunately, not to worry. We're hopefully let's repeat that. Let's. I'll just. Okay. Yeah, it just cut out for whatever reason. So we'll kind of repeat. I'll just when I do this, I'll edit this part out. So just talk at the last bit that you were talking about the limitations. Okay.
Yeah.
So starting at that. So what are the limitations of the pitches?
Yeah, the limitation for us, like we've got one fantastic pitch. It's just been relayed. Turf's looking amazing. Drainage is perfect. But now we're at that point. Every age group, juniors all the way through, we've got big player wait list. It's just we don't have the ability to stand up any more teams because when it comes to the weekend, we can't fit everyone in.
What a shame that is. Now, look, you tell me, like those kids or the players that can't, that are on the wait list, are they lost to the sport? Do they end up not playing soccer at all, or do they maybe have to be kind of passed on to one of the neighbouring clubs and possibly then lost to FC Leopold? What's the situation with that at the moment?
Look, we try to sort of direct people to other clubs. Like we don't want kids not to play at all. So if clubs are looking for people, we've got a little chat where we can sort of direct them to the clubs that are looking for more juniors.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, we'd be able to have them, playing for Leopold.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that is exactly what we'd want, I suppose. Mate, you've got your hands quite full. You're a player. You're a player coordinator on the committee. You're also the coach of the under-11s. Gosh, my good. And now you're obviously the All Abilities coordinator as well. How have you seen FC Leopold, the Greens, the mighty Greens? How have you seen that evolve? All right, we've talked about player numbers, and obviously it's at capacity at the moment, but club culture and just the club as a club, because it's only less than 10 years old. How have you seen it kind of evolve over the last few years that you've been involved in it?
Look, it's one thing that I'm very proud of with the club is we started with very small roots. We didn't have many facilities, but we've kept a lot of the same crew around throughout those whole years. I think I joined in 2019, and there's a lot of the same guys around since that time, which has helped keep the culture pretty good. And we've always been quite ambitious as well. Like if we've had the opportunity, men's and women's teams to push to play that higher division, that's something we've always strived for as well. We've never been afraid to sort of try and throw our weight around a bit and see how we go in those higher divisions.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. Well, it's certainly, like I said, it's great to talk to you and get an insight into some of the clubs that we probably otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to talk to. But good luck with the All Abilities program. Once again, we're going to pop that little ticker there with all the details. If anyone is interested, do fill out that jot form to register for the All Abilities program, because obviously don't leave it to the last minute, because then clubs like FC Leopold, North Geelong, and the other clubs that are involved in it can also plan ahead. And if you as you mentioned, if you don't want to turn anyone back, so if you know well in advance that you're going to need 2 sessions, well, we'll put 2 sessions on, won't we? Awesome. On that note, Josh, thank you very much for joining us on the Geelong Region Soccer Show. Wishing you all the very, very best. Looks like, unfortunately, bad technical glitches playing havoc there. We're going to take a very short break, and when we return, we're going to continue with tonight's episode of the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. Folks, don't go away.